Well, hello there, everybody. Hello and welcome. Welcome, everybody, to our celebration. Oh, you do have to say we have much to celebrate, for it is time for 2 years of anniversary. Oh yeah, 2 years of affiliate, everybody. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Please, everybody, you're too kind, far too kind, far too kind. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, you in the second row. You get it, you get it. They all get it. Thank you, thank you. Quiet down, please. Quiet down, please. Hey, you're much too kind, much too kind. Thank you all. Thank you. Much appreciated, much appreciated. But now, no. Let's stop it with the cheering. Hello, Bellatrix, a stream on a Wednesday at this hour. That is insane. It truly is. Thank you. And again, people, settle down. People, please. We're just getting the celebration started. No reason to go that buck wild right from the get-go. Okay. There we go. Something happened to your hair? Well, I've tied it up, because today it is a celebratory event. Therefore, we need to look the part. And we are looking like we're in business, do we not? Oh, thank you. Please, everybody, shut the hell up. I did not hire you. I mean, invite you to cheer this consistently. But thank you one last time. Let that be the last one, though. Alright, today's the day. Today is actually the day that I have been affiliated for 2 years by now. 2 years. That's quite a long time. Honestly, I am very surprised that it's 2 years already. Like, I could have sworn I was only affiliated for like 1 year or so, but apparently it's 2 years by now, and I just missed my anniversary last year. Professional streamer over here. Not truly professional, I don't make much money of this. In fact, I only ever had 2 Twitch payouts, which, to be fair, is already more than a lot of other content creators will ever get. So, I am happy with the place where I'm at right now. Could we have grown more? Sure. But we could have also grown far less. Have you ever considered that? Now you do. So, what are we going to do today, everybody? We are going to play some games. And the game in question is Hollow Knight. As soon as it shows up on screen, there we go. Why did I decide to go for Hollow Knight today? Hello, honey. Nice to see you. How's work going? I guess you're off work already. How are you going to be on your way home then, I assume? Nice. Looking forward to seeing you again. But yeah, I thought to myself, alright, we are celebrating 2 years of Twitch anniversary. I'll drink to that. There's nothing in my cup. I have not filled it with tea yet. You are presented a lie here. I'm lying to you, and you wouldn't have even noticed it if I didn't tell you. That's how good I am. What does lie behind you on the floor? Okay, crowd, you stop that. I went for 1 hour of silence interrupted by crowd cheering there, but there isn't all that much silence in between those periods. God, today was tiring. Yeah, my day as well. We'll talk about all about that later, because I do think I have a lot to say about my personal workday, and you probably have a lot to say about yours as well. So we can talk about that one excessively later on. How about that? But what does lie behind me on the floor? An Amazon package, I assume, but also, more importantly, an Amazon package with, there we go, my address on it. I don't think my camera's resolution would have been good enough for you to actually see my address, but let's just not do that. Other than that, there's only a couple of things lying on the floor. Probably, if you are referring to that one, those are my work trousers. Because I just came home and was like, I don't want to wear trousers anymore. And what do I wear down to cover my legs now? Well, that is only for me to know and for you to imagine. So, what are we going to do today? I decided let's do something a little more special. Let's play some Hollow Knight Steel Soul. Why did I decide for Hollow Knight Steel Soul? You don't wanna imagine? Aha, but you already do. I decided it is time to do some Hollow Knight Steel Soul. Thank you, Funny Baby! Because Hollow Knight is, as many of you might know, my favorite game of all time. Therefore, I don't think there's any way to better celebrate this day by playing the best game ever made. And we are going to do that at high stakes. Wait, adjust the sliders until the frames touch the edge of the screen. Did I always need to do that? Yeah, done. There we go. Did it always have that? Yeah, you know what, we're just going to leave it at the regular levels. Honey, don't traumatize the chat. Haha. But you see, honey, I already have. Wait. I think I fucked up in regards to creating a Steel Soul run, my dear people. Professional streamer here that played this game like 5 times already, but apparently it is not enough to remember how to actually do a Steel Soul run. Kind of awkward, kind of an awkward start to this. But yeah, this is definitely not a Steel Soul run right now. I haven't really set anything up there. Okay, let's get back to the menu. Let's go back to menu real quick and delete whatever this was and start anew. Yeah, this is just a regular playthrough. Why does it ask me again? New game? Wait. Okay, why does it immediately put me into the game? Why can I not select Steel Soul right now? This is weird. This is kind of weird. Because usually I was able to select it at the start. Oh my god, you aren't even prepared. Apparently not! I thought playing this game for like 200 to 250 hours would have prepared me decently enough, but apparently it didn't. Why the fuck can I not select the Steel Soul run right now? What the hell is going on there? Game, there we go. Let's take a look at this. Back credits, show achievements, no. Let's just go back to menu real quick. Progress will be saved, that's good for progress. But first things first, let me figure out how to actually do Steel Soul. Let's clear this save, hopefully one last time. Oh. No, that didn't do the thing that I wanted it to. It's just me, I have... Oh. Is it just me? I have weird sound issues. Okay. How do the sound... What kind of sound issues specifically? Like, I, of course, cannot really say much in regards to stuff like sound issues. Because I don't hear my own sound the same way that you guys do. Okay, this is kind of starting to be a little awkward. How the fuck do you do a Steel Soul run? Because usually it just asks me, Hollow Knight, how to start Steel Soul. Usually it's just supposed to ask you. I know, this sounds when an old phone was near a speaker. Okay. I thought it would be just some audio crackling or something along those lines, but that should hopefully be on your end. I mean, I don't want it to be on your end, but I would prefer if it wasn't on my end. Let's just put it like that. You restart Twitch, okay. And in the meantime, I am going to try to figure out how to actually do this, because right now it's just going to be more and more awkward the more I restart this game. Happy celebration, everybody! Happy 2-year affiliate anniversary right now. Okay, so quit the menu again, but it seems gone now. Okay, that's good then. Okay, and in the meantime, let's figure out how to actually do the bloody playthrough. There we go. Seriously, why does it not allow me to do another Steel Soul? This is so weird. Let me look up if there's something about this. Hollow Knight can start Steel Soul. How do you start? Steel Soul mode, game mode? Yeah, I know that it's unlocked after finishing the game. Are you celebrating with a full playthrough start to finish? I mean, I kind of just want to do some Steel Soul attempts, if I'm completely honest with you. But for God knows which reason, I just don't have the option. Because usually whenever you start a save file, it's supposed to ask you if you want to do regular God Home or Steel Soul. But right now it just doesn't. Wait, let me take a look at this YouTube video over here. Someone starting it? No, that's just an explanation of how to do a successful Steel Soul run. That's not what I'm here for, I just want to start the Steel Soul run. Okay, so what is generally recommended when it comes to that stuff is to just finish the campaign again. Okay, so the thing for God knows which reason, this weirdly enough does not seem to work right now. So let's try to actually leave God Home for once and beat the Radiance again. And hopefully that will be enough to get us the option of Steel Soul again, because it is kind of weird. Kind of weird that we just can't do Steel Soul right now, apparently. So how do you even leave this place again? It's been so long since I even left God Home that I barely remember the ways. Royal Waterways. Ah yeah, these guys. These bloody things. Oh yes, yes. We're squirting weird fluids all over the place. So, okay, we can't go down. Oh my god. You know what? Okay, I think this is a bad idea if we're just going to run randomly. I should probably take a look at the map before I head off into any direction. And let's see. Okay, so oh bloody hell. I forgot that I do not have my compass equipped right now. Okay, I mean, we're in the junk pit, obviously. So how about we try leaving the junk pit as a start? Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. And once we're out of the junk pit again, then we can see where it takes us from there. Okay, so I'm going to assume that it is better if I head up here. And then out of here. There we go, there we go. So, from here on out, oh my god, we need to get all the way over there. Whoppa! Ow, god damn it. Alright, those things have quite a punch. There we go, slowly making our way down to the bottom right. No, oh god damn it. Oh my god, I'm so rusty at this game. I mean, Steel Soul will at least start us from the get-go, from the very beginning. We are not going to be that kind of rusty, but still, this is a little bit of an awkward start to our little celebratory event there. Hello! Nope. Ain't getting me today. Oh. It's nice to be able to one-shot even these things. I'm kind of unused to that. Ta-ta. Oppa! Jesus Christ, I hate these parts. Ay. Okay, we might get ourselves... Oh no. Okay, you know what? I need to kill everything real quick. Because this is starting to become a little bit of a nightmare to deal with. There we go. Because it would be kind of awkward to die on this part already. Noppa! So, question is, where do I need to go from here? I would assume, am I still in the big room or am I somewhere else? I think I'm still heading towards the bottom right somewhere. There we go. But no, I'm not going to go forever today, but I still want to do at least a couple of hours today, because today is the big day after all. And the reason why I decided to not go forever today is because I also want to stream tomorrow. And usually when I stream on one day for too long and then... Oh god, Matt. Come on now, come on. Wait, no, that's the wrong button. Then I usually burn myself out for the next day, which would be kind of a waste in regards to tomorrow, since tomorrow is my first day off since I started working. Oh my god, how do you leave the bloody catacombs or whatever this is? The sewer system again. I'm still probably in a big room right now, right? So you like the job? So far it's been pretty alright, I would say. Like, I'm still a little cautious when it comes to that kind of stuff, because I have been burned by a lot of stuff in the past. But in all honesty, the colleagues all seem pretty nice so far, so that's a good thing. The work isn't too stressful most of the time. Like, I will say, working the ticket stand, the one thing that I did today, was probably the most exhausting thing. Oh my god. Was probably the most exhausting thing I had to do so far, but I think that it's not going to get any more exhausting than that. And that won't be a thing that I have to do every day. If this was my job every day, then I don't think the money would be worth it in this regard. But since a lot of the other jobs are a lot more chill that we need to do in the house, I think that's pretty alright. Oh no, okay, so we are getting closer to the Dung Defender territory, that's good. That's good, I assume we're about to leave. The one thing that I really dislike about the job right now, and that was something that I knew would be coming from the get-go, is the fact that I'm working on the weekends. And while I don't really mind working on the weekends as a concept, the thing that I do dislike about working on the weekends is just the fact that I have less time with my girlfriend right now, which is always a little bit of a shame. Hi, insert Twitch suggested message. Hello Merton, how are you doing on this fine day? Hello and welcome, thank you for joining the celebrations. We are off to a little bit of an awkward start though, because for God knows which reason I cannot do a steelsoul run on my regular save file right now. And the suggested fix is to just beat the game again by just beating the final boss again. And then, hopefully we'll finally be able to actually start our steelsoul run here. Which would be nice, wouldn't it? How are you? The Twitch suggested message wasn't even English, Lamau. Oh wow. Twitch really doing me a solid on this one, isn't it? Twitch really putting in the work right now. Alrighty then, let's go. Where do I even need to go again? I guess Dirtmouth would probably be the closest bench. Also, let's pour myself a cup of tea. I didn't have any tea since I got home, so I basically haven't had tea in a lot of hours. Also, amazing news, mostly for me. Oh ho ho, what happened? Let the rest of the class know what happened. Share it with the other students. Ah yeah, and he's still rambling on. There we go. Pantheon 5 has been murdered! Congratulations! Then you have finally officially overtaken me in regards to Hollow Knight progress. Well done. Give it up for Merton in here! He also has cause to celebrate today. No, but seriously, that's amazing. Like, beating Pantheon 5 is a skill that not many manage to boast. Like, there's probably still a couple, there's still enough people on the internet, because on the internet everyone seems to be a master of everything at all times. But in all honesty, Pantheon 5 is something that's so difficult that most people won't even get to try it, because just reaching it is a phenomenal challenge. But so, congratulations. That's actually amazing. The question now becomes, what are you going to do from here on out? After all, this was kind of your big thing for a while now, so what are you going to do now that Pantheon 5 has officially been beaten? Are you going to try yourself on Steel Soul? Are you just going to play another game to mix it up? Oh. Ah, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Alright, we are through the first phase already. There we go. Time to heal a little bit. And a 1, and a 2. There we go. Have a little bit of slice and dice. Already slice and dice. You know what? Just keep hitting. Just keep hitting him. And there we go. I think we're getting to the phase where he starts hurting himself. There we go. Just heal up real quick. And then continuously murder the man. Ow, come on. Why do I get hit by the backswing so much right now? And whoop. Careful now, careful now. Dodge the yellow goo. Dodge the Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid's not worth it. Okay, I think he should probably get stabbed by Hornet now. I have a Steel Soul file, which I will finish eventually. There you go. Well then, best of luck with the Steel Soul stuff, with a small amount of quitting the game at 1 mask. Fair enough. Oh yeah, Pantheon 4 is insane, getting past that is an achievement on its own. Abso-bloodly-lootly. Well then, time to challenge the Sun. 3 Radiant bosses left. Ah, okay. So basically you just have cleaning up to do. Sly, Poor Vessel, and Absolute Radiance. Yeah, okay, you really saved some of the hardest for the last. Like, the weakest one in that entire lineup is probably Sly, and that's saying something. So, hello Radiance. Jesus Christ, it's been forever since I actually fought you. Ow! Alright, you do double damage, don't you? You do double damage, don't you? Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, this is already a pretty rough attempt. There we go. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. Okay, I'm getting moited by the laser lights. Please stop the disco. Disco has been dead for a long time. Okay, so our first attempt at the Radiance here has ended in failure. That we kind of expected it to happen. Like, maybe we didn't fully expect it to happen, but we always assumed it was a sincere possibility. Speedrun achievements will probably happen sometime. Oh, damn. The speedrun achievements are something that I've never even attempted, because I know for a fact that, I don't know, speedrunning just isn't fun for me. I'm kind of I want to smell the roses at the side of the road kind of guy when I play video games. And I'm someone who does tend to play through games pretty fast, but I want to play through games pretty fast without the stress of a timer. So that is kind of the difference there for me. Of course, a realistic amount. Might do some bindings. Oh, are you actually going to do the ultimate challenge of trying the 5th Pantheon with all the bindings? No, you said with a realistic amount. And that is not a realistic amount. I do remember, I don't know, do you know Girard the Completionist? Famous YouTuber Girard the Completionist. Because famous YouTuber Girard the Completionist, sorry about that, actually did that one for completing this game's sake, and he did mention that he had trouble even talking to other people about how difficult that was, because no one aside from him in his entire YouTube community back then had ever accomplished that, because it's that goddamn hard. Any more bindings? Yeah, not happening. Absolutely bloody fair. Ow! Okay, this I can't be this greedy. Never expect. Oh, okay. You know what? This is not a great fight to look at chat once again. I do have to remind myself of this age-old lesson again and again. I haven't fought Radiance in so long that I kind of forgot just how much damage Radiance does and how much bullshit she throws at you. I mean, we've got her down to this phase. There we go. So heal up, heal up, heal up. Heal as much and fast as you humanly can. There we go, and there we go. Alright, honestly, so far so good. Onwards to phase 2. Okay, no pogoing for me there. Da-da. Let's play catch up to the mother of all bullshit. Ow, goddammit. The second one was still around. I could have sworn this. Oh god, oh no. Ah, damn it, I jumped on it. I thought it was slightly beneath the platform, but it wasn't. Yeah, I can imagine. Like, I never expected that. I believe in you. You said you are the best Hollow Knight ever. Well, if I said that, then I'm the best final boss of this game ever. And therefore, I would be kind of correct, because, let's be honest, the final boss of this game has died already. So, if I've said I'm the best Hollow Knight ever, then I wasn't lying. I did die several times over today already, like a good boss should. Okay, I really should stop looking at the chat while I'm doing this. There we go, there we go. I'm just way too greedy right now. Yeah, I can imagine. Like, I can't even imagine doing just pure Vessel bindings. It's just a single boss. Radiance seems so painfully slow. After having to deal with Absolute Radiance seems like a walk in the park. Absolutely fair, but that is one of the beautiful things about games like this, isn't it? Where whenever you do something that you struggle with, then you progress even farther to points in the game that are even more difficult than what you used to struggle with. And then at some point, eventually, you will return to the part of the game that you originally struggled with and wonder, how the hell did I ever struggle with that thing? Like, for example, let's take for example my Monster Hunter journey. When I originally started Monster Hunter World, I mean, technically speaking, I did play the original game for a little bit on my PlayStation 2, but that was such a short amount of time that I don't really count it. So I would say that my actual starting point was probably Monster Hunter World, actually. And with my starting point being Monster Hunter World, the one thing, the first thing to ever kill me in Monster Hunter was actually Jagras. No, not great Jagras. Regular fuck old Jagras. The little lizards that are just a wolf pack, because I struggled with the controls of the game so much that it was Jagras that got to fucking end me. Ah, okay, you got me there. God, I love Abyssal Shriek in this fight. Abyssal Shriek in this fight. Oh, goddammit, I jumped right into that one. Where have you gone? Oh, wait, are we done? Huh. Yeah, apparently we are. We just need to do the climb anymore. Huh. That was faster than I expected, if I'm completely honest with you. But I guess most of the time the problem with Radiance is just getting a chance to actually hit her. So, there we go, there we go. Took us like, what, 3 attempts? I think that was 3 attempts to actually make it through this one. So let's see if we actually can access Steel Soul mode again. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be magnificent? Me when I didn't struggle with Radiance the first time either. I think it took me like 3 days to actually beat Radiance the first time. I was stuck on the Radiance fight for a while. Like, Radiance and Nightmare King Grim both took me a while to overcome. Hello, honey!
Hey,
Here is my beautiful baby. I'm just trying to be able to do Steel Soul mode again, because for God knows which reason I cannot start Steel Soul stuff on my save file right now. And I was like, okay, maybe since Steel Soul mode originally gets unlocked after beating the game, maybe if I just beat the game again.
Did you just do a speed run?
No, I literally just used one of my other save files to kill Absolute Radiance.
From keeping it in a ponytail all day.
Fair.
Everything hurts.
No, poor baby.
I just had a rough day at work because everyone in the surrounding areas from where I work was just like, you know what? I'm gonna buy myself some.
Oh no. I had a pretty stressful day at work as well because I was manning the ticket post today.
Jesus
And
Christ.
I don't know, having to scan tickets from like so many different companies selling them, with groups of up to 30 people rushing towards you, yelling in languages you don't understand, waging sticks and umbrellas around, can be kind of stressful. My monkey brain was in total panic mode.
You know what? We both need therapy and medicine.
Absolutely fair. Although I'm pretty sure that is something that would stress a lot of people out.
Fair. Like, I was at the register, my duty was at the register today, so I spent the whole day as a register, and you know how easily I get overwhelmed over there, because I get all the sounds from, like, the shopping center where I work. And then, it was also a day where so many people bought stuff, so I was just like, ah! I'm dying inside. I will now eat, then I will read, then I will go to sleep. I will maybe stay up all night. Maybe not all night, but a long time to read the stuff for the do tomorrow.
Absolutely fair. I will probably go pretty long today as well, just because today is the celebration
I
day.
agree. It's good that tomorrow is off because I'm tired. Can you see it in my eyes? Can you see it in my customer smile?
Wait,
Hello.
give me a second. Then come back, honey.
Mm-hmm. I'm coming.
Put the glasses back on, honey.
I'm sorry.
This is not a comment. This is the rest of the stream, everybody. You've come to join the celebration. And oh, what kind of celebration it will be! It will be magnificent. Fair enough, fair enough.
No, I feel bad.
About what?
I don't know, I don't want to scare people with my...
I mean, they joined a channel called Insane Seishiro. They know what they signed up for.
An insane man? Yes, okay, fair. I'm so tired.
Yeah?
Have fun. I'm gonna eat something right now.
You do that, honey. You do it. And I will have to hope that we can finally do Steel Soul again now. 2,000 backers. It is still amazing to me that a game like Hollow Knight was made on such a hamstring budget. Like, I think they had something between $65,000 and $100,000 to make this game, which sounds like a lot of money, but in regards to actual game development, isn't all that much. Percentage, 59 hours and 5 minutes. Press any button to continue. Okay, yeah, there we go, Steel Soul mode's back again. I don't know why Steel Soul mode just got deleted for God knows which reason, but here it is again. We've got Steel Soul mode again. I've also noticed I can start God Home files again. This is so fucking weird. I have no idea what happened to my Hollow Knight save file. Because we are literally in the God Home on my main play file. So why the hell do I not have the God Home mode unlocked already? Oh, well, whatever it is, let's skip through this because we've got a Steel Soul mode to run. Yes, that's a beautiful little animation you've got there, but we've seen it a couple of times already today, and let's move on. I give this run 34 minutes till you die. 34 minutes, I mean, how long did my last Steel Soul run last? Hard to say, hard to remember. But I think I'll probably be able to live 34 minutes. I think I can do that. Like 34 minutes? You think not highly enough of me then. Like, I might die easily on something like Steel Soul, granted, but still, 34 minutes, that's cutting it a little close there, especially considering that I do need to go through the tutorial section here as well. Let's see, let us see indeed. There's only one way for us to find out how long I can actually survive this, and that is by playing. What bosses do you plan on fighting on? That is a very good question you're asking there. I don't think I really have a specific plan on what I want to fight. It's mostly alright. I mean, I definitely need to fight every single one of the main bosses. It's not optional. So, all of the Dreamer stuff. There we go. Probably the Hollow Knight himself and stuff like that. But I don't really know how to best get around while avoiding certain bosses when specifically hunting down others. So let's just see where our feet take us. It has been quite some time for me to just play this game already, and while I've played it often enough to have a vague understanding of where everything in the game is, doesn't mean that I will perfectly remember it all. Oh right, I don't have double jump. I don't have double jump right now. So, just going to get myself another charm real quick, even though I'm not a big fan of Fury of the Fallen in general. Not the biggest fan of Fury of the Fallen in general. I mean, so far I never had a complete successful Steel Soul run. And I guess the best way to actually do this is to properly fight as few non-optional bosses as possible, just to minimize the risk of death, because generally speaking, bosses will be the main source of ended runs. Although, I think my last run probably ended in the Crystal Peaks, if I remember correctly, because I ran out of healing and the little laser thingy started to become an issue. Also, I'm losing far too much health right now to little spike things, which isn't great, let's just put it like that. But generally speaking, we're doing good so far. I mean, okay, we're still in the tutorial section. If we die in this section, we should just give up on the run entirely. Crystal Peaks. Yes, that's pretty much the only place. I think, not the only place. There's one or two other places I could think of. I quitted one mask and it happened. I see now, I understand. But no, there's a couple of places that I could see myself getting killed in. Fog Canyon would be another one, because Fog Canyon's little jelly stuff can be quite tricky to deal with as well. So, if I remember correctly, do I even need the map first before I start fighting big guy? I don't remember if I did, so you know what, let's just see if we can just head straight over to the False Knight and start bashing his head in. He is one of the easiest bosses in the entire game. I like the False Knight though, he's a good tutorial boss, very intimidating just because of its sheer size, and hey, Failed Champion is an actually cool fight in my opinion. I mean, False Knight is already a cool fight as well, but you know how it is. You do need to have a certain level of challenge before you can be actually cool. Like 4 something, Jesus Christ. That is far more than I would have assumed. Like I think I had like 4 Steel Soul runs in general yet. So let's see. This is going to take a moment, but shouldn't be too challenging, all things considered. Even though it is kind of an unnecessary risk, considering... Okay, you know what? This is starting to get... There we go! See, I wasn't even scared for a second! You thought I was scared? I was just throwing for content, everybody! I was just trying to get your hopes up! There we go! I was trying to get the pale ore without wings. Trying to get the pale ore without wings. Oh! Yeah, I mean, that can end certain ways, to put it mildly. Okay, so I can't really do anything in the Crystal Peak right now, other than say hi to Myla. And while I do love dear baby girl Myla, there is not much of an actual gameplay reason to do that right now. Since Myla doesn't give me anything. Do you have sound issues too? So your sound issues persisted then, I presume. I would be curious to know if Mergin also has them. Because if it does... Oh. If it does, then I'll have to look into what could be causing the sound issues you're talking about right now. I do hear it. At least I assume I hear what you mean. Okay. Okay, so it is a sound issue on my end, I assume then. That's annoying. Then I'll have to figure out what the hell is going on with the sound and why is it not sounding. It's like a phone. Wait, give me a second. Could it be... Because of... Okay, you know, I'm just going to put both of my phones away. Maybe they're close to mic or speakers. There we go. Maybe. Wait, I've got an idea. Can you still hear it right now? I'm curious. Can you still hear something right now? Because I have recently gotten a second phone. It is random, okay. You know what, I'm just going to put both of my phones away for now. And hope that that might solve the issue. And if not, right now, no, okay. If it pops up again, let me know, guys. So, if it pops up again, we know that, okay, it wasn't a phone being too close to the microphone. It was something else entirely. Ideally, that was what caused it. One of the main problems with audio, generally speaking, is that audio just has some random issues that pop up from time to time, and so on and so forth. Oh wait, I am here now, my bad. How did I get back here? I really wanted to go to the False Knight, but apparently I got turned around on one of the middle paths or something like that. At least that's the only explanation. Fun fact about this little enemy. Originally, this guy didn't have small spikes, but Team Cherry redesigned it after way too many people tried to jump on him in the tutorial section during the original introduction to the game. Which is kind of a funny little redesign decision. Kind of just put spikes on him. He worked the same way back then as he does now, but people are less naturally inclined to assume they can jump on something when it has spikes sticking out of it. Oh, okay, so I do need to go over there, otherwise that section will be closed off. Did I just walk into that? Don't want to jinx it, but now it's gone. Lamar, whoopa! Here we go. There's a lot of funny little stuff like that about the Hollow Knight development. Mario, ah yes. Hey, it's me, the Hollow Knight. Let's go! I'm making a meatball and put it on the pasta. That is Mario. That is what it sounds like. I don't think we've ever seen Mario actually eat food in any game. Did we? Like, he longingly stared at food in a couple of games, but I don't think Zelda actually Nintendo ever actually gave the little plumber the devices to actually consume food in any meaningful way, shape or form. To be honest, I like games like this when you don't get damaged by just touching the enemies. I like it when only real attacks count. Yeah, that is absolutely fair. Like, I do personally prefer it that way as well, but I can understand why a lot of platform fighters do it that way. But I get where you're coming from, and I think I'm actually kind of with you there. He eats the mushrooms and flowers. Yeah, but we don't really have an animation for him eating those. Also, I'm pretty sure he does not eat the flowers. He does who knows what with the flowers, but I'm pretty sure eating them is not the answer. And if it is, then I don't know what else to tell you. Simple, equip spore shrooms. Ah, yes. Delicious mushrooms. This is another nice design thing. It's a very brilliant idea to put something like this there, where players will properly, naturally, just by accident, break their first fake wall. And in all honesty, the fake walls actually having cracks makes them better than the fucking illusionary walls in Dark Souls, where they literally look like a regular wall. Therefore, people just have to hit every single wall if they want to hope to find the one that is the actual fake wall. Or maybe just listen to a couple of messages scribbled down by strangers. Oh, battle room. Kind of surprised that we didn't trigger the battle room when we originally entered, but sure. Do you think you can defeat me? You might be the smaller, less aggressive version of the Primal Aspid, but yeah, that's about it. You are not the Primal Aspid, therefore why do you even try spitting at me? So, oh right, I don't have the wall jump yet. I do not have the wall jump yet. Simply equip Defender's Crest, touches the enemies, yes. Ah, yes, brilliant. I mean, Defender's Crest does give you an aura of stink, that is true, but at the same time the aura of stink does not quite save you from the hit damage there. Although that would probably be an interesting item. I do wonder how they are going to handle that with Hornet. Since Hornet is bigger and more physically built than the Knight, maybe they're going to do away with touch damage for smaller enemies. Or maybe not, only time will tell. Only when Silksong will finally eventually release, we shall know for sure. Well, wait. I mean, I usually just hit random walls in Hollow Knight. Oh, do you now? Okay. That looks like a hidden wall location to me. SMH Pogo up with a mask card, it's easy. I guess we could try. You know what, let's try. I've never actually done it. Because I usually only try to Pogo in locations that have spikes or stuff like that, so... Let me... Oh, wait, if I want to Pogo up to the mask chart, I need to lure the insect over there, right? Don't I? Because I can't just do something here. Yeah. Okay, so I do need to actually bring the little mosquito dude back to life and lure him over in a way that ensures he's not getting chomped by the worms. That might actually be more tricky than I had originally anticipated. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go, little mosquito dude. There we go! Okay, you know what, we heal up. You know what, little mosquito dude, thank you for your collaboration, but I think we're done. Oh wait, did I need mosquito dude over here as well? Nope, I did not. Nice. Nice. So let's continue our little way through this. I tried it more than once, absolutely fair. I was like, wait, do you not need me to Pogo up the wall? But no, little mosquito dude. See, that is one of the things that you probably don't even realize on your first attempt at playing through the game. I mean, there's a lot of things. On my first attempt at playing through the game, it didn't even occur to me that you could potentially Pogo on spikes just because I never tried. And hey, there we go, free mask shard, let's go. 3 more to go before we are a little farther away from death, generally speaking. You know what, might as well get the treasure over here, since we are here already. And move on with our lives, there we go. Couple of more little mosquito dudes all the way around here. It's so weird to see the highways or the crossroads now that they are not infected again. After just walking through the infected version. Okay, so I can't get through this. And a 1. And a 2. And a 1, 2, 3. And a 1, 2, 3. So can we actually open up the stag station already? Because if so, that is something we are going to quickly do Because I would really like to get the compass and the map and stuff like that. Because usually, I know it's just quality of life stuff, but it is good quality of life. Hello last stag, my old friend, and let's go back. Let us go back. Because it's always so obnoxious when you realize that you've forgotten to actually unlock the Dirtmouth station as well, and need to go somewhere else from Dirtmouth. There we go. Hello and welcome back. So, my dear girly pop, girly slay. Infected crossroads. There it. Oh my god, the wayward compass was this expensive? Good old flower question memories. Oh my god. I think if I remember correctly, I kind of did away for the flower quest where I avoided the infected crossroads entirely. Oh, also, that reminds me. Did you know that there are two endings to Pantheon 5? You can actually get a slightly different cutscene at the end of Pantheon 5 if you have gifted a pale flower from said quest to the Godseeker. If you've already finished the quest, you can still do it because the pale flowers now bloom on the grave of the girl that died there. You didn't know. Okay. Fair enough. It's an interesting little tidbit. It's such a small thing, but a curious thing nonetheless. I first did it without the flower, absolutely fair. It does make sense to first do it without the flower, because once you've gifted the flower, you cannot go back to the other ending anymore. So, I should be somewhere around here. Or am I? Ah, hell if I know. I first did it without the flower and I have done flower delivery after Pantheon 5, which is pain, because you see, it is a different kind of pain. The flowers are now taken from the grave. I think we're getting close to False Night right away. If I remember correctly. Oh wait, no, that's the way to... God damn it, I'm really walking all around the place in the wrong directions. I really wish I had enough cash to afford the compass already. Wait, didn't I? Oh, I forgot to sit down at a bench, therefore I did not update my map, that's what happened. Which is a way worse location to get to the God Home guy. Like, I still could get them from the original location. Oh, are they? Because I actually did not really ever look at that direction. Like, my logic, my reasoning was that I would have to beat Pantheon 5 before ever even considering doing that. But if that thing is actually more difficult to do now that you have done it, now that you have brought that stuff over from the other location, that is a little bit of a nightmare. I could just use the elevator down, getting me straight into the City of Tears, literally free. But from the grave, it's so much more painful. I do wonder if Team Cherry actually considered that and planned for that very specific circumstance. I do wonder if they were like, okay, let's make this extra painful for our player base. They might just have done that. Oh! I think this is actually the first time that I managed to accidentally run into Grass Mother as my first boss. Because usually I only ever find Grass Mother after a while. But as it turns out, this time around we accidentally got to her first. You've got the honor to be the first boss of our little run here, Grass Mother. Then I really don't know where to get to False Night again. I think on my very first run, Grass Mother wasn't even in the first 5 bosses that I killed. Because basically I started with False Night and Venturelite King, then I've hung around in the green path for forever, and there's a couple of bosses there, like there's Hornet, there's the massive Moss Charger, and so on and so... Oh, damn it! There we go, that's better. That is better, there we go. Heal up and leave. So the problem is there's not much here except for slime. I mean, I guess we can unlock slime. Oh god. I think which house was slime again? Ah yeah, that one. Part of me wants to just leave you here to die so you'll never become the great nail sage again, but might as well. Might as well. Ah. Okay, so it's so much more painful because where I used I had to go through the Queen's Gardens, a fog canyon room, and a bit through the fungal waste, then through the royal waterways, then arrive in the City of Tears. Then from the first flower location it's literally resting grounds, City of Tears. Like there's a small difference between those two. It's a minute one. Like if I wouldn't have my glasses on right now, I would barely be able to see that difference. But yeah, you've got a point there. You have got a point there. But I think most people will probably do it in that order. Just because Pantheon 5 is, for most people, the last thing that they are ever going to try accomplishing. And for good reason, because why the hell wouldn't you do the most difficult thing last? Save it for the end, especially since it's a difficult and long thing. That does beg the question though, have you also given a pale flower to Elderbug perhaps? Because I think it was Elderbug and the God Seeker that you could give pale flowers to. I don't think anyone else actually took them, even though they had certain dialogue interactions with them. Like, I know you can try gifting a pale flower to the pale lady as well, the white lady. And I know you can try gifting one to the Dung Defender as well. So, where the bloody hell? Oro? Are you referring to what the Nail Sage just said? Okay, you know what? I think there's a bench over there, isn't there? Yeah, there we go. Let's sit down and actually take a look at what we've uncovered so far. Okay. So I would assume we... okay, so I need to climb further up to get to the bloody false knight. Gotcha. I see how it is, game. I see what kind of game you're playing there, game. The Nail Master literally the other side of the map of the grave. Yeah, he kind of chose an awkward spot. Well, I guess she kind of chose an awkward spot to grieve. Oh, wait, no, that's what you're talking about. That's what you're talking about. My bad. I kind of thought about the Grey Mourner there for a second. But yeah, right, you can gift one to the Nail Master. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, the Nail Master one is probably the longest route you need to get to when it comes to the flower quest. Oh, God. Kind of awkward. Give me a second. We can do the old song and dance in a moment. Can you even do the shockwave while I'm in here? Yes. I mean, I kind of assumed you would be able to do the shockwave, but at the same time I was like, you know what, let's just find out. These things are actually pretty good source of geo early on, but they also hit like trucks. Kingdom's Edge gets added, come on, like from Grey Mourner, literally take the elevator into the City of Tears. That would be easier, wouldn't it? But yeah, I think for most people it will never have been an option because I think gifting the flower to a lot of those characters was something that was only added afterwards. I don't think you could gift flowers to anyone other than the gravestone in the original launch of the game. Unless you could and nobody figured it out back then. That could very well be the case, considering how secretive Hollow Knight sometimes is. Sorry if I space out a little bit in between here and there. I'm just still a little loopy, a little tired from my day at work because I basically came home and turned on stream today. Hello! Could I run away from you? Yes, I could. But what would be the point? What? Okay, you know what? maybe there is a point after all. Jesus Christ, you're so slow! You're so slow that I struggle with actually accounting for your slowness. Okay, heal up, there we go. Can't cream nail you yet. You know what, we're just going to do the upward strike to do some extra damage. There we go. And 2 more hits in there, there we go. Ah, little bit of an extra slap. Little bit of an extra dab. I think the game even tries to hint you towards the escape room over there. Because there was dust coming out of it while he was throwing his little bit of a temper tantrum. Excuse me, that one came suddenly. But could you imagine if you couldn't pause this game? Like the Dark Souls games are. I hate the fact that you can't pause FromSoft games. Like, if I play a FromSoft game in offline mode, just let me bloody pause it. Have some respect for my time, game. Oh. Okay, you got me twice there, but you kind of knocked yourself out with it. So I think I will still take that one as my victory. Thank you very much. Hug the wall while falling through Kingdom's Edge, Lamar. Relatable. When I went back to Pantheon 5 after Radiant stuff, I forgot how slow Force Knight was. And I got hit because I assumed he would have hit earlier. Yeah, it's always weird like that when a boss is just slow for some reason like that. Elden Ring is actually a prime example for that. Because in Elden Ring, a lot of the time the boss starts its move animation. And a lot of experienced players will already have dodged. But because the boss takes forever to actually deliver the blow, you will get hit right after your 1, maybe 2 dodge rolls. While me, on the other hand, I am someone who's not that experienced with Souls games, and I like to go ham, as all of you might have realized by now. So I kind of overextended way too much on every single bloody boss fight. But at the same time, because I might have overextended, yes, but because the boss was taking so long to actually use their move, I still had enough time to actually escape the move by dodging it. And probably even more so than if I would have just dodged right away. It was kind of weird, it was kind of a weird experience. Because of that, I had far less of an issue with a lot of Elden Ring bosses than some other people had, even though I was the objectively worst player. So, let's schmoove it, people. Why did I do that? There was no reason for me to do that. Optimal gameplay. Ah yes, optimal gameplay by accident. It does happen from time to time. I really want to revisit Elden Ring again. I really am looking forward to the DLC. Like, I just can't really get myself to do the regular game again, because let's be honest, the regular game is insanely long, and a lot of the fun that I had with the original game was the fact that I got to explore a lot, because my favorite part in Elden Ring was actually not the boss fights, but rather the exploration aspect. And unlike the boss fight, you can't really have the exploration aspect twice. You only ever get to explore a game's world once. Every consecutive one will just be you trying to remember what the hell was where. I think there's something like a lifeblood cocoon over here somewhere, if I remember correctly. Oh, oops. You know what, you can just stay down there. How about that? How about that? But if we're actually going to get some new content for Elden Ring, I will all be here for it. I will so be there for it. I'm looking forward to playing with my Hobo Jesus character again, my spellcaster. Some people might go like, oh my god, you didn't really play Elden Ring if you played as a spellcaster. To those people I say, screw you. The developers put those abilities into the game for a reason, and I've always, only exclusively done strength builds in these kinds of games. So I'm like, I wanted to do something ever so slightly different for a change of pace for once. Can you truly blame me for that? Hey, there's another one. Hello. I think you still need one more spell, don't you? Yeah, there we go. 4 spells. A total of 4 spells. There we go. And Soul Catcher. Let's go. So yada yada, I've already done what you requested. There you go, there you go. Am I not a great friend, Snail Shaman? The best friend you ever had, one could say. Yes, no, don't thank me. No, in fact, do thank me. I've done your work after all. After you kind of trapped me and left me for dead. Sure, you expected me to be able to deal with the beast. If you expected that, then why not just ask in the first place, How people get to like Pantheon 5? Like Pantheon 5 in the sense of enjoying Pantheon 5, because quite frankly, if that's the question, some people just like getting challenged. Some people just like getting challenged, even if the challenge is quite insane. Oh, my bad. Ah, almost. Okay, I'm really screwing it up here. You know what, let's go back. And then I see they're using like Spore, Shroom, Grimchild, Death Master, Sprint Master. Ah. Oh, okay, so that's what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know how that happens as well, but I guess it's a case of fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it, my friend. Where's strength? To be fair, I didn't use unbreakable strength and fragile strength for the longest time either. Like, I think I only really started using that after the Nightmare King update, because whenever something is breakable or consumable in a video game, I'm usually far less inclined to actually even try that item, because I'm kind of a hoarder when it comes to items and consumables, because I always worry about using them at the wrong moments, therefore ending up with less items and consumables and struggling even more in the truly tough fights. Therefore, I basically just try to do everything, and only as a last resort where... Oh. Okay, kind of awkward there. And only as a last resort, when I don't have any other choice left, I will actually use something like a potion or so in a fight. It could be, the same could be said about a game like FromSoft games, for example. Like, where some of the kind of essential items in some of the boss fights, like, let's take for example Bloodborne. Bolt paper was the famous one for Bloodborne, the one that gave your weapon electric damage, basically. And so many people never used theirs, me included, just because you rarely ever got to find bolt paper anywhere. So you were like, oh no, I cannot use that. And I've seen more than enough people try to use theirs on a boss fight and then just die on that boss fight, but because it was like one of maybe 3 bolt papers they had in total, it was like, well, there goes my one attempt with bolt paper. Guess we're going to go back to the regular grindstone. Oh. Okay, let's not die to the acid here, because I think I might have died to the acid at some point on one of my many attempts. I mean, I didn't either. I started using them when I started doing Godhome stuff. Also epic Steel Soul gameplay. Step 1, get all fragile star jams. Step 2, go wild. Basically, yeah, that is a good idea for Steel Soul anyway, because why not just go for all the fragile stamps? Like, especially fragile strength. There are some of them that you could argue to be more or less useful, but there's just no world in which fragile strength isn't going to be a deal maker. 50% extra nail slash damage is just far too much for you to just ignore it. In fact, I would say that I would go as far as to say that even on just a regular playthrough these days, I would probably still end up at least trying to... Oh no. At least trying to take Fragile Strength and put it in my equipment load. All Fragile charms are just insane. They are, but you only have very few charm notches available to you. Like Fragile Greed, sure. Fragile Strength, definitely. Fragile Heart, or whatever the last one was called, also a good one. But you only have like, what, 3 or 4 charm notches at the very start of the game. So, yeah, 3 notches. So it's like, okay, but how or where can I even use these? So I do have to prioritize certain things. So let's equip the Soul Catcher for now. How many? Why the hell does Fury of the Fallen have a 2-notch cost? I shall never know. I shall never know. Hello again. Hello Hornet. Can we... okay, so I can't do it. I know there's something like a speedrunner strat, or maybe that one doesn't work anymore, where you basically knock yourself back with the spell to get up there. Therefore, therefore hunting down Hornet far faster than the usual way around would be. There we go. That's what I would like to see. And there we go. So, where are we going, by the way? Oh, I wanted to squish you. It's always funny to squish enemies in video games. Like that! Ooh, delicious squishes. Oh, god damn it. Okay, the other one tracked me down. Okay, we are pretty close to Mr. Map Maker. Make me a map. There we go. Wait, what got out of what?
This plastic thing you got out of this.
Oh, no. I didn't even know this thing had a plastic thing in it. So I got like 5 decently early and started running around with Strength plus Greed, and you get 1 in Fungal Waste and 1 in Salubra's Shop. I know Fireball Skip exists, but I can do a skip there. But I just poke an enemy. I'm not good enough for the cool Fireball Skip. Fair enough, fair enough. I mean, as I've just proven, neither am I. Hello. I don't quite understand how speedrunners actually do it. Like, I see it happen on screen and it seems so logical, but I can't replicate it. I don't even know why I can't replicate it. And you know you're truly fucked when you don't even know where to begin in an attempt of something. Can I? No, I can't hit you from over there. There we go. Get my nice little cache. Some nice little free cash, and then move on with your life. Hello! Why did I expect you to be knocked further back? I do understand, but I'm just not good enough. Also fair. Also very fair. You know what, let's get ourselves the Hunter's Diary. It's kind of useless on a run like this, but at the same time, why not just get it? It's a cool little item, it's a cool little gadget, might as well. There we go, approach you fearless. I so expected the Hunter to become a boss fight in the original playthrough. Like, so much of the stuff he says does make it sound like he's going to fight you once you've actually completed the entire journal. And once you actually completed the entire journal and visit him, it literally starts with boss music in an arena, and then he's just like, oh, and here's your loot, without any measure of a fight. It's like, what? What? Which, it is kind of a funny moment, being completely honest here with you. I kind of laugh that it is the way that it is. But at the same time, having to fight the Hunter would have been pretty damn cool. Turn around, Fireball, turn around. Oh, hello! I thought I was doing that, but maybe I was just not doing it fast enough. I guess at the end of the day, a lot of those things will boil down to me just not being fast enough to actually do the thing that I want to do. So, yes, you... Oh, I kind of thought you were farther to the left, but... Alas, there we go. That was great. One of the many glorious moments. Hollow Knight has so many glorious moments that it's honestly sometimes difficult to even remember them all. Like the bank, the little miner girl. I don't know, there's just so many things that it's hard to even start thinking about them sometimes. Boop. Can I? No, I cannot kill you right away. Oh my god, we actually knocked it into the drink. I think that's the first time I've ever just drowned one of them in acid. I quickly went through surprise, panic, got ready to fight, surprise, Lamau! Yeah, that sounds about right. That does sound about right. So, where have you gone, Hornet Waifu? The waifu with the knifeu. Can't have gone too far. There we go. I do remember when I originally played through this game, I just didn't have the geo when I came to this part and I was kind of screwed and was like, well, fuck. What do I do now? Oh, up, up, up. Keep climbing, keep climbing. Oh, the bank. Oh god, everything but the bank. Yeah, the bank really screwed me because, let me tell you some history. There is no video evidence of that because that wasn't the time when I wasn't streaming or anything. Also, it was like so many years ago that even if I was streaming, the quality would have probably been shit. But originally on my playthrough, when I first encountered the bank, I was like, you know what? Why would I care about the bank? The bank seems kind of pointless and I didn't interact with the bank then. But after some time, I had to save up for the Lumafly lantern, and this story does not quite go where you probably expect it to go at this point, so just level with me there, level with me here. So Lumafly lantern was fresh up on the menu. And the Lumafly lantern, for those of you that don't know, costs roughly 1,800 geo, which is a lot of geo. That is quite a fair amount of geo. And considering that you can permanently lose your geo whenever you die, that it makes it a little hard to save that much geo when you're still bad at the game. And at first I was like, nah, I will be able to do it, I can actually pull this one off. And I almost had enough cash for the Lumafly lantern. I only needed to basically deliver it, but then I was in the Soul Sanctum. I basically got killed by two of the teleporting mage dudes because I fell down somewhere, spawned two of them at once, panicked hard, and then just got moidered by both of them while they were teleporting around me and shooting me and stuff like that. It wasn't a good time, it wasn't a good time. So afterwards I decided, alright, we just lost 2k because at the point where the two double mages killed me, I had already died in that area before and literally just lost 2k and was like, okay, so how about we make sure that doesn't happen again, and started paying my money into my bank account. And I was quite diligent about that. Every single time that I had like 200 to 300 geo, I made an extra trip all the way over to the bank. All the way, doesn't matter where I was, I did go all the way to deposit my money just for it to be safe. And then I finally had enough cash. I had like 400 geo on me and I was like, alright, time to get all that geo that I saved up and finally get myself the Lumafly lantern. And then I go back there and I see, huh, the banker's not there. That is weird. Okay. Let's hit the bank, because I can literally not do anything else anymore right now. And then that thing fell over, and I was like, wait. At first, not quite understanding what just transpired, and then coming to the sudden realization that I have been once again screwed by a banker. Fucking Millibell. You never understood the toll thing. Why is it there? I mean, I think the stag station is actually not that far away from here. I think we're talking about lore right now. And the green path was kind of another pathway of the close to the Queen's Gardens. Therefore, they kind of tried building a path through there in the station. Un basically surrendered her territory to the Pale King because she knew she couldn't fight the Pale King, since the Pale King was just far too powerful for her. And the Pale King just tried to bring his version of civilization to the entire area. The 5 stages of grief. Ah, yes, that thing. God, yeah, Millibell really made me go through all the stages of grief. But the good thing is you actually do get your chance to take vengeance on Millibell when you actually find her. And weirdly enough, when my girlfriend played through the game, she also had the encounter with Millibell. But she only started depositing her money far later than I did, at a point where she already had the dream nail. And she, I don't know why, maybe out of sheer curiosity, dream nailed Millibell at some point, which led to her discovering that Millibell was thinking about the bathhouses in the City of Tears. And wait. Oh my god, I got turned around and I'm in Dirtmouth. Okay, you know what? We're going to go back to the city. I do need that compass. I got turned around all the way to Dirtmouth. That's not great. That is not great. I was like, wait, this area seems familiar. Oh, god damn it. And god damn it, it was indeed. So, there we go. Except it was with being careful with the fountain. Oh god, the fountain, the bloody fountain. Surrender all to the king. Classic, absolute bloody classic. I think it's like 3k geo you need to drop in there, which is quite a decent amount of geo on your first playthrough. So you just dropping everything in, which will most likely be something around a couple of 100 geo the first time around, and just not getting anything out of it can hurt. So let's get the bench pin as well. Top 10 anime betrayals. Abso-bloody-lutely. And let's get these pins as well. I don't really care about the cocoon pin. Let's take the vendor pin. That one makes at least a lick of sense, but everything else I don't care too much about. But yeah, I did not quite finish my story. So my girlfriend, she knew about the bathhouse stuff, which I didn't. I only stumbled upon Millibell back in there by sheer accident afterwards, and just immediately went to get her geo again. And I was honestly impressed. I was honestly impressed how fast she put 2 and 2 together, just to get her money back. Went to the fountain, I had like 5k, dropped everything I could in the bank, went to the fountain, went like, okay, that did nothing, went back to back. Oh no, I see where this is going. I can see where this is going already. Oh, that's Grubfather. You know what, let's just visit Grubfather. We've only brought him 2 grubs so far, but hey, that's better than nothing. Better than nothing. Ah, my pure little grubs. Never change grubs. You're the only pure thing in all of Hollow Knight. This place so looks like there would be a broken wall here, because it's so weirdly bright. Ah, god damn it, I'm so exhausted already. Sleeping in tomorrow will be nice. Oh, by the way, I've already finished working on my next YouTube video. I just need to do another thumbnail for it. I might change my YouTube upload schedule. Maybe I will just stop having a schedule altogether, because I can't guarantee one anyway. So maybe I'm just going to edit videos whenever I have the time and then upload them whenever they are finished. That might be the more efficient and reasonable way to go around this, because quite frankly I do understand why big YouTubers schedule their videos to go live at certain points, but I don't think there's that much of a point in me doing that at my current size, so maybe I would be better off just editing a video, uploading a video and releasing the video right away whenever I'm done. I don't know. Like, once it's uploaded, it's there anyway, and you can just watch it whenever you please. Yeah, I've never felt that betrayed. Absolutely fair. You don't really expect something like that from a game though, don't you? Like, that's the thing. When a game offers you a way to safely deposit your cash, you kind of just have a little bit of blind faith that it would actually allow you to store your cash. Also, give me a second. I'm going to quit the menu and then enter again, because I forgot to equip the bloody compass and I want to teleport back to my beloved bench. Oh wait, that's the wrong save file. That's the wrong save file. Like, you're so used from video games that ally characters might eventually betray you and stuff like that, but not from a safekeeping function, not from a bloody store. Alright, there we go. Finally I can see where I am in the world. This will make things so much easier. One of those amazing little details in this game is the fact that the knight actually looks down as a physical card whenever he has the map open. I love this so much. Cute little knight, little boy, little baby boy. Where are we dropping to? Where are we dropping? Oh, I need to go over to the right. Over to the right side. Top 10 anime betrayals. Speaking of betrayals, I'm kind of surprised that we only had one situation in Shadow of War yet where our bodyguard betrayed us. I'm still considering doing something like a Grave Walker playthrough in the game afterward. For those of you that don't know, I intended to start the game on the highest difficulty, which would have been Grave Walker, but for God knows which reason, Grave Walker isn't actually the lowest difficulty in the list. It is Brutal, which is considered to be the second most difficult of the options, and it is still pretty tough. Like, don't get me wrong, it's probably a good thing that we didn't start on the highest level of difficulty right away, but still kind of weird why they would do it like that. So I need to go down. I need to go all the way down. So, if at the end of the Shadow of War playthrough people are still curious about Grave Walker, I might do another playthrough, although I might take a little bit of a break from the game in the meantime. So maybe after a couple of months or so I could see myself returning to it and playing through it again. One of the things with a game like Shadow of War is, because so much of the actual content is randomly generated, is that replaying it is actually quite a fair bit easier in a sense, just because everything will still feel a lot fresher. Yeah, I have but that is indeed weird, but when Silksong releases and I see a single bank, don't trust them. I think I could see Team Cherry doing something like, okay, here's a totally normal bank that quite literally just functions like a bank, but people will be so mistrustful of it in general that nobody's ever going to use it. Like, Team Cherry scorched people with that bank. it emotionally scarred them. Millibelle was the true villain of Hollow Knight. I mean, of course she was. She's a capitalist. Which universe do you know where capitalists aren't the main antagonists? Something is going to betray me. Oh yeah. Like, another thing that did betray you quite well in this game, even though it was less of a betrayal because most people will probably not have been quite as trusting in regards to her, but the midwife. Like, there was this general understanding that I would be safe whenever an NPC was talking to me, and the NPC would just be talking to me. Like, of course, it would be a different thing when it was at the start of a boss fight, but generally speaking, if there's an NPC and that NPC is talking to me, that is a safe moment. Not with fucking Midwife it isn't. Sure, you don't necessarily trust Midwife anyway, because Midwife is a creepy weird lady with a mask on in the middle of bloody deepness. So you should have probably figured out that you can't trust anything in deepness. But having just some dialogue with an NPC, and then that NPC all of a sudden splitting their face in half to take a bite out of me, did also kind of jump scare me back in the day, because I just assumed that was something that would never happen. Imagine if Millibelle was in Silksong and actually running a fair back. Oh my god, yeah, I could see them do that. And she was, I'm just trying to get my life back on track. And trying to lead a more honest life now. And every single player would be like, no you don't! You might say you do! But no you don't! I know you! I know your game, Millibelle. I know that shifty looking ass of yours ain't up to no good. There we go. My mother is a midwife, so you're saying I should not trust her. Got it. Now you've understood the message there. When I read the dialogue, you're going to eat me, aren't you? Oh, you aren't? Oh, wait, no, you definitely are. Then I got hit. Then I went like, rude. Yeah, basically. So she broke the age-old tradition of NPCs not attacking you while you're having a dialogue with them. Bloody midwife. But see, that's what I mean. Hollow Knight has just so many of these what the hell awesome, amazing, weird moments. It would be super memorable in all the other games. And don't get me wrong, they're still super memorable in Hollow Knight. But at the same time, it can sometimes be hard to even remember them because there's just so goddamn many of them. Oh, we are not going to save Salt on this playthrough. We are going to do a lot of things, but saving Salt... Oh shit, it's this room. Oh god, that's a problem room. That's a problem room. Okay, and one of you needs to die as fast as humanly possible. Ooh. Could you please fuck off? I really... Ooh, you have me worried. Stop. Oh my god. I hate you so much. Why are you the way that you are? Why are you the way that you are? God, double Moss Knight room. Ooh, ooh, oh no. Oh, stop it with the shots! Okay, wait, we actually landed a hit there. We actually landed a hit there. Are you doing the double swing? No. Then a little closer. So whoa! Oh my god, that was far too intense. That was far too intense. Jesus Christ, double Green Knight this early on is very scary. The Green Knights are probably one of the strongest enemies in the game in general, in my opinion. Just because of their moveset being pretty complex, them being able to attack at range as well, and a couple of other things. So, You know what? I might actually make my way back to the bench real quick. Because I am feeling a little nervous about my health total right now. No, 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 no. You little asshole. You little asshole trying to charge me. Don't think I didn't see. Oh my god. Should I drop down this fast while on this little health? Probably not, but we've already started, so now we've committed. Okay, okay, now I feel better about myself, now that we are back to full health. Hallelujah, amen. Let us move on with our lives. Especially since at first we only saw one of the green knights, and I was like, okay, it's another one of those, that's annoying, but it's fair. But being trapped between two of them, that really had me panicking there for a moment. What do I think are the strongest enemies in the entire game? I wouldn't even count the Royal City Guards, honestly, because they are tough, but I don't know if I would call them the strongest. I think Hera's Honor Guard, or whatever they are called, those big guys with the splitting mask, are probably among the strongest, in my opinion, because they do a shit ton of damage. Hey, stack station, let's go. Not only do they do a shit ton of damage, they usually always abuse terrain to their advantage, and you really need to be patient, resourceful, and time your strikes well if you actually want to do anything against them. Other than that, those might actually be the two strongest ones. Then there's always, of course, the classic, the Primal Aspid. But Primal Aspids, usually, once you get used to them, they are not that terrifying anymore. They are annoying as fuck, and I can understand why people hate them. But you can actually lure them in quite efficiently. Hello. It's not going great for you, Hornet, so far. Like, I don't know if you've noticed, but so far I've really beaten you to a bloody pulp. Like, I am taking your lunch money right now. What do you do with your life, Hornet? What can you do? Do you even have a comeback after this anymore? You haven't landed a single blow on me as of right now. And I have no intention of making that change. There we go. And there we go! Hitless Hornet fight! Let's go! Let's go! Was it only base Hornet? Yes it was, but still, nice. The Mothwing Cloak, there we go. Probably the wait, no. Not the single most important ability to move around in. Okay, okay, can we just move on with our lives now? There we go. Ah yes, the Dreamers, the Dreamers. The Dreamers still have to ring in, present themselves to me. There we go. And now we move. Now we move. This was the first point in the game where it was like, okay, what exactly is going on here? Whee! Yeah, not the most important ability, but pretty important. Now that I think about it, it's actually astounding how late in the game you're only getting double jump. Like, think about it, there are so many abilities you get before you get to double jump, and so many things that you can and need to do before you realistically will get to double jump, even though in most Metroidvania games that is actually a kind of early ability. So, what am I looking at here again? Where am I going? Is this the way to Oon's temple, or was that something entirely different over here? Yeah, this is the way to Oon's temple. Is Quirrell gonna be here? Yeah, Quirrell is going to be here. You know what, let's just map this one out. You are going to leave Quirrell to himself while he prepares his sword. Then we're going to look cool next to a Moss Knight or Green Knight or whatever they're called. Oh yeah, I too like to stare longingly into the distance. Yes, cool silent guys like us. We do the longing staring, usually over a mountain range or the sea or something like that, but considering that we are in a cave system, I guess a boiling lake of acid will have to do. Oh yeah, well, good staring session, bro, good staring session. Do 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 do. Whoop do 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 do. So now with Hornet defeated and us having the dash, what would be our next main goal? I guess we should make our way towards the City of Tears already, shouldn't we? Like, right through the Fungal Wastes and towards the City of Tears is probably going to be the way to go. Yeah. Yep. So let's do just that. Let us do just that. We want to progress after all. Also, I am over an hour into the Steel Soul run already, and so far we haven't died. The thing that definitely came closest to killing us were the double green knights. Like getting trapped between those two, that was scary. Speaking of green knights, am I going to take you on before I go? Yeah, you know what, do it for the grub. There we go. See, if there's only one of them, they are not that challenging. But two of them, left and right of you, it's a little much to handle this early on. I know this is a tough game, and the Steel Soul thing definitely does add a certain level of stress, but generally speaking, playing Hollow Knight at this point, because I played it so often, always is kind of relaxing to me. Sure, there are stressful moments here and there, but for the most part, because everything just feels so familiar. Oh god damn it, I went past the stack station, didn't I? Oh, you know what? It's fine. Is it fine? It might be fine. Okay, no, you know what, we're going to go back to the stack station, because quite frankly, if I make my way out manually, it will take far longer than if I just go back to the stack station and teleport to the crossroads. That's probably the best way to go about this. Jesus Christ, you two are in a very inopportune position for me. Thank you very much for dying. Your deathly contributions to my run are much appreciated, so let's keep moving. Jesus Christ, I swear to God, this suit is getting a little warm, but I am going to keep it on for the entire stream today. What kind of anniversary stream would this be without the suit after all? You gotta suit up for special occasions. Fun fact about the suit, by the way. Did you know, because this came up on my Twitter feed, and yes, sometimes Twitter actually delivers some useful information to you. Hey, Yuna, nice to see you. Congrats on the 2 years, much appreciated. Also a suit, of course we are wearing a suit. I mean, look at us. We are dressed for the occasion right now. We are all styled up and ready to party. And you have joined at the perfect moment for my little anecdote about suits. Because the funny thing was, these days, suits are kind of considered to be the most formal of dress wears. You can use them for special celebration events. It is kind of the thing to do for stuff like weddings or even funerals and parties and so on and so forth. But that wasn't always the case. It was back in the time where there was still something like a coat dress or something like that around. I don't quite remember what it was called again, but I think it was the coat dress. It was basically something like a fancy looking coat that was the usual wardrobe of the fancy man, was the common thing, and suits were actually considered to be the clothing of the working class. And a lot of the higher ups back then were like, oh my god, all those people running around in suits at all the time, can't they dress decently? And it is so funny that over time the suit became the symbol of decently dressed, while the actual original dress code kind of faded into black. Because the thing that most people don't seem to understand is, at some point their clothing was the yoga dress of clothing. Like, these days, some people, and because that is what originally triggered that discussion on Twitter, it was because someone was complaining about women wearing yoga dresses in public, because apparently he had nothing else going on in his life, and had to be a man that was annoyed about women wearing yoga stuff in public, which is a stupid enough premise as is. Let me just put it like that. Like, first things first, you really don't have any business trying to monitor or dictate what someone else can wear at any given moment, as long as they are dressing up their sensitive parts. Let me just put it like that. But secondly, what even is the point? What even is the point in arguing that? Everyone's dress code will be old-fashioned or out of style at some point anyway. Might as well just embrace it. Okay, I think I would probably be able to get up there, right? Tell that to the Taliban. I really don't know how I should react to that statement, so I'm just going to move on with my life. Alright, so we are going to go to the fungal wastes, and as always, I don't quite remember where the entrance to the fungal wastes used to be. Because the fungal waste is one of those areas you go to early on, but then basically just forget over the course of your playthrough. But I might be on the right trajectory. But don't expect to see me with a suit too often. I am not a big fan of suits in general. I think they feel stuffy and I don't really like wearing them. I do need to wear one for work right now, but the second I usually get off work and come home, I just rip all the clothing off my body and go like, freedom! I like suits. Like, don't get me wrong, suits can look good. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I'm not saying that suits don't look good. What I'm saying is that I don't think suits are comfortable to wear. They're just too stiff for my liking. I like my pajama pants. Like, if you see me in full, wait, no, that's the wrong overlay. Jesus Christ, I haven't played Mouse Snap in a long time. Because one of you, if you just look at me right now, you would think, yes, what a well-adjusted young gentleman. I am sure he's not just gaming in his pajama pants down there. But as it turns out, he is. See, it's all smoke and mirrors. It's all just a grand illusion. I have bamboozled you. I have befuddled you. You thought I was well adjusted, but in fact I am just the little pajama rat that I have always been. That's why I work at home, having to put on jeans to get out it one first things that can happen. Absolutely. That ruins it! Then, lucky for you, during the entire gameplay section, you will only see me like this. But you will know that the pajamas are there, just beneath. My day has been bad, but you made it worse. Glad I could be of assistance. Okay, but why was your day bad, by the way, Yuna? Please let me know. I mean, if you want to talk about it. You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to talk about it, but I think that goes without saying. So, if you want to discuss what's been going on in your day, please just let me know. Also, I will put my glasses off right now, because, quite frankly, having glasses and headphones on for extended periods of time can feel a little uncomfortable, just because the headphones are going to press against the glasses, and it's going to start to press against your head and feel weird, to say the least. So, wait. Oh, right, Merchant Dude should be somewhere around here. So I should... There we go. Oh my god, I will not be able to afford Fragile Strength, won't I? Oh well, we can always come back later. Hello, my man. Update the map. Kinda dull topic, forgot whether that's permitted here. Sure, go for it. My channel isn't specifically safe for children. It's not specifically 18 plus. It is just whatever we feel like. Are you sure? Yeah, sure, go for it. if it gets too much or anything, we can just say it and stop it there. But I think we're all adults here, so let's be adult about whatever it is and just discuss it. It's everything's all right. Ah, shit. My favorite Jeff the MILF actress has retired. Fair enough, fair enough. Oh my god, you are so getting cancelled. Me or them? I mean, everybody has to retire at some point. OMG, you're so getting cancelled. Once again, we all get cancelled at some point in our lives. Might as well happen to me right now. I mean, if I get cancelled today, I can sleep in tomorrow. I don't see how this is not a win-win situation there, but I am so sorry for you, Yuna, that your favorite Jeff MILF actress has retired. I mean, I don't know much about Jeff. For those of you that don't know what Jeff stands for, it's Japanese adult videos. So, yeah. Japanese porn. It's not all that different from our porn, only that stuff like dicks and cunts are getting pixelated there because of an old law or something like that. I don't know. I don't quite understand the point in making adult media where people are literally fucking and then pixelating the dick and the pussy, but yeah, that's just how the Japanese roll. But where were we? Oh. No, wait, where am I going? I think over to the right will probably be... Oh no, this is where Elder Who is. Okay, my bad. Nah, don't compare Western porn to Asian porn. I watch stuff for the acting. It's actually good, for real. No cap as the kids say these days. Okay, if you say so. I mean, as someone who has never actually watched much of Jeff because of the pixelated stuff and the fact that I am ace as well. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am ace and demisexual, but that does not mean that I don't occasionally watch porn. But I haven't really watched much porn of any specific thing. Like, a lot of people seem to have very specific taste when it comes to that kind of stuff. And I'm just here like, it gets a job done. The end. Can we... Yes, we can get over there. Nice. Why am I only seeing stars? Why am I being censored? Wait, what? I don't know what you're talking about. I actually didn't see any message from your end after the OMG anymore, and I don't see a single star in any of your messages. You can't see... Wait, you can't see the word porn? Huh. That's kind of weird. Like, the word porn does show up on my end, so it's definitely something that you need to change on your end. I mean, this is still your new account, isn't it? Maybe there are some default censorship things going on with Twitch that you need to turn off first. I hate it when people say Jeff is always censored. There's like 30% uncensored, 70% censored. You just search uncensored Jeff, then it's gonna pop up. Okay, fair enough. I mean, to be fair, if you don't watch a lot of it, you are more likely to just come across the censored stuff then, aren't you? Oh, I still need the Mantis Claw before I can progress any further. That's the kind of a little bit of a weird flex on their end, that you need to go get the Mantis Claw, but the game itself is kind of like, maybe you're not yet strong enough to actually fight the Mantis Lord. Woo! Could you not do that, my dear sir? I'm asking of thee to not do the thing that you are currently doing. As a friend. There's an adult language thing that you need to turn off. Oh. Okay, so it was something like that. It was something like that after all. Oh, a little bit of treasure. Nice, nice, nice. And can we... No, we cannot break through here. But it's just a walking mushroom. How dangerous can it truly be? Not dangerous at all, as it turns out. There we go. Oh, yeah. Stuff like porn and so on and so forth is always a little bit of a weird topic for me. Not because of anything specific, mostly because I just have a very different perspective about that kind of stuff. Based on me being ace. Like, as someone who is ace, and you know what, we are going to talk about that kind of stuff right now. It was kind of weird because being ace is never really an option that is presented to you when growing up. As a man, when you're growing up, sex has to be something that you care about as a teenager or so on and so forth. Not necessarily do, but at least be interested in. And I wasn't really all that interested in that kind of stuff, so I did feel a little weird for, okay, what's wrong with me? Because everyone else seems to care so much about everything in that regard. So why am I the only one that doesn't? And because it's never really getting represented in media that just not caring too much about sex and so on and so forth is an option for you have as a human being. It just didn't struck me until my 20s or so that I might be anything. Like, to be fair, I knew I was different in my 20s, but I think it was only in my late 20s that I even learned that demisexual and being ace and so on and so forth is a thing. What is asexual or demisexual? Like, asexual and demisexual, okay, let's put it like this. Asexual is, like many things, a spectrum. And I am falling under the ace spectrum. Demisexual means that I don't have a sex drive, generally speaking, based on physical attraction alone. I do need some form of emotional attachment as well. So generally speaking, if I'm not in love with a person, I basically have no sex drive whatsoever. Let's just put it the way it is. So I can just go weeks and months without caring about something like sex. Doesn't mean that you don't want to do sex necessarily. That would be a arrow ace. Like, arrow ace are aromance and asexual. They don't care about romance or sexual intercourse. Then there are some ace people that are just aromance but still care about sex, and others, of course, that do care about romance but don't care about sex. Some even don't actually want to have sex. Those people probably struggle the most out of the entire group because it can be kind of difficult to find a romantic relationship with a partner that is just willing to not have sex with you. Like, for example, I could probably be in a romantic relationship with a partner and the partner would be like, you know what, I love you, I love being with you, I love cuddling with you and stuff like that, but I never want to have sex with you. And I would probably be perfectly fine with that. That's not my current relationship, once again, I'm demisexual, and my girlfriend is bisexual. But yeah, it is one of those orientations that a lot of people just don't know about because of how rarely it ever gets mentioned in any form of media. Like, I think the only ace character I know that happens in any show I've watched in recent years was probably Todd, or whatever his name was, in BoJack Horseman. Outside of BoJack Horseman, I can't even think of any ace representation in media right now. And that is one of the reasons why I do think it is very important to have representation in media, because being seen is very important during your formative years, because since I did not know that was an option, I just spent far too many years wondering what could be wrong with me. And as it turns out, nothing was wrong with me. I mean, okay, let's rephrase it. There's a lot of things wrong with me, but not in relations to my sexual orientation. asexual in regard to biology, by the way, does mean something very different. Like, if you're going about the biology thing, then asexual would mean that you can reproduce without actually having sexual intercourse. Like, there is a couple of ways you can go about this. One of the things that can, for example, reproduce without sexual intercourse is the morning gecko. The morning gecko is one of the most interesting examples in regards to that, because morning geckos are a species of reptile that are all female and kind of create identical genetical clones of themselves. So a single morning gecko can actually turn into some kind of infestation in tropical countries, just because it will just keep reproducing to no avail. There we go. How do I get down there? I think you're just sexually attracted to games like Hollow Knight or Monster Sanctuary. Yeah, honestly speaking, gaming was one of the things how I noticed that I might be something that's not quite normal, or just not the norm in regards to sexuality, because so many gamers that I knew were like, oh yes, if you had to choose between gaming and sex, what would you give up? And usually the standard answer is, yes, gaming of course, because gaming is fun and all, but sex is sex. And I'm like, but are you serious, guys? Because quite frankly, sex isn't even in my top 5, maybe not even in my top 10 of things that I wouldn't give up. Like, I think the first things are of course the things you need for survival, like food, water, air, and stuff like that, sleep. But even after all these things are said and done, sex just isn't a very high priority for someone on the ace spectrum. And as always, it's a spectrum, because ace is very hard to pinpoint. When you're ace, you're gonna be like a demisexual like me, who is only feeling sexual attraction to a partner that they are romantically inclined with. But at the same time, I don't necessarily have to feel sexual attraction. Like, even then, I still have a pretty low sex drive compared to other men my age, probably. I'm basing that loosely on anecdotal evidence based on what I've heard so far from others. Okay, in all honesty, oh, wait, I think I need to leave this room. Yes. Let's leave this room and try again from the outside. Gaming or sex? Gaming, that's easy. Only thing that sex have is probably love and pleasure. Gaming gives entertainment, teaches you, and etc. I'm dumb and I can't give the specific stuff, but it can give you a lot more stuff, and you can just add sex in game. That is also true. Yeah. But yeah, I noticed it when a lot of big streamers, when they originally were asked that question, were like, yeah, no, of course I wouldn't give up on sex. And I was like, really? Like, even if this wasn't your profession right now, that would be a surprising answer. Like, I don't think I would give up any of my hobbies for sex, if I'm completely honest. I wouldn't give up video games, I wouldn't give up board games, I would probably not even give up cooking or stuff like that. Oh, goddammit. What? Okay. Oh no. Okay, we wasted some soul there. There we go. Hey! Oh wait, no, that's not a double kill. That's not a double kill. The second one is still around. There we go. Now we can heal up. Now we can just heal up. But yeah, in my opinion, it is very difficult to define where exactly was. Oh no! Stop reading! Oh my god! Am I getting killed? Am I getting killed by a bloody sign right now? I swear to god, I got hit so many times because of that sign right now. Okay, down to 2 hit points in Mantis territory. It isn't ideal, but we can still make this work, I think. So, when you have the option in a game that a character has sex, you do decline. Honestly speaking, it very much depends on the context. A lot of the time, sex scenes in video games are just inherently funny with how weird and cringy they are. Like, I don't know, you are playing Baldur's Gate 3 as well, right? There is a point in the game where you can have sex with a dark elf priestess. And that sex scene is so fucking funny to me, because when I played, okay, I have to say, it was so funny to me because the game was still buggy at the point where I played that scene. But when I had the sex scene with the dark elf girl, because I wanted to see that sex scene, because I specifically made a very small character to see how a very small character would interact with all of your average size or big humans and humanoids and everything else. And I just wanted to see how a sex scene with a fucking between a gnome and a dark elf would be going. Okay, there's acid down there, now we know that. And I was not disappointed, but it was mostly because of a graphics glitch where my character all of a sudden glitched through the table they were having sex on and was lying beneath the table where the dark elf girl was doing weird shit on top of the table. And I was like, huh, that's some weird kink shit to lie beneath a wooden table and looking at the bottom side of it while the dark elf girl is doing gymnastics on the top end. Cause that's a shit game, you need to score for the good age game. Oh, I will have, you know, I love Baldur's Gate 3. I am so hyped for the full release of Baldur's Gate 3. Like, that is probably my most anticipated, already announced game for the rest of the year right now. Well, I guess that would probably be Silksong now that I think about it, but can you even consider Silksong to be already announced? I guess it is, but I mean announced in regards to already having a release date. That's the point I'm trying to make here. Hey, Dashmaster. Well, to be honest, sex is nice, but I gave up every relationship because I could not play enough for my taste anymore. So yeah, I do prioritize games over sex. Huh, interesting. So, like, I am actually someone who really loves to be in a relationship. I don't care too much about the entire sex part of it, but I actually love being in a relationship. I just love having my specific other, being my lovely, lovely girlfriend, who is in the other room right now, and I just have someone to emotionally connect to share stories about my game to. Like, I would actually put a relationship over gaming, but I wouldn't put sex over gaming. I think that's the best way of to put it from me. There we go, and another hit, and nope. Ay, there we go. Okay, finally killed them all. Kind of brute forced it there at the end. Do not spoil anything, I know nothing about Baldur's Gate 3. Don't worry, I couldn't even spoil most of the game for you if I wanted to. Like, not even spoil most of the game for you. I couldn't spoil anything other than that, because I didn't play too much of the demo, or rather the early access, just because I knew I would rather not burn myself out on a game while it was still in early access, so I only played it once or twice. And ever since, I have been waiting for the full release. But everything I saw so far was pretty funny, and Larian Studios is actually one of the few studios that I have blind faith in, because every single time Larian Studios has tried to set out to accomplish something yet, they have delivered so much more than what they originally promised. And that is the sign of a great studio. They are going above and beyond. Like when they did the Divinity Original Sin 2, they were like, okay, you know guys, we will not be able to do full voice acting for that. And they actually gave us a good reason for it. They were like, there were so many lines of dialogue in the original Divinity Original Sins, there's so many lines of dialogue in the new one, we just can't voice act it all. And I and many other people were like, you know what, that is actually a fair reason. There you go, you are excused. And then, when the launch came around, they were like, hey, guess what? We actually did somehow manage to get it done. And we were like, you know what? Didn't see that one coming, but thank you very much, Larian. I never had a gamer girlfriend. They all were not interested in the subject. Some would say it's sad that gaming is such a big part of my life. I wouldn't even say that's sad. I think that's kind of natural. Like, I don't know about you in that regard, but I need to share at least one of my major hobbies with my respective other. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be video games. It can be board games as well, it can be biology, it can be cooking and stuff like that. But I need to share one of my hobbies with my partner, because I like spending a lot of time with my partner and talking about our shared interests. So it isn't really possible for me to have a partner that doesn't at least share one of those interests. I think my beloved Lou, girlfriend of almost 2 years now, is she my first gaming partner? I wouldn't say that now that I think about it. Like, I did have one that was an actual gamer before then, but that was a teenage relationship. But yeah, I do think shared interests are very important in relationships, at least in mine. Didn't Silksong get delayed before it even got a release date? Yes and no. The thing about Silksong's delay was there was something like a raw estimated the release date, because Microsoft did a trailer show a year or so ago where they were like, ah yes, all those games will be released within a year or so. And everyone was like, okay, does that mean including Silksong? And Microsoft answered, all those games will be released within a year. And because of that, they basically had an estimated deadline in June. So people were banking on the game coming out by June, but Team Cherry just came straight forward and said, guys, I know you want to play the game and we want you to play the game, but we are not going to manage to make the June deadline because this game has gotten fucking huge. And honestly, that's a good thing. Like, honestly speaking, I get it. That thing definitely has gotten huge, because originally Silksong wasn't even planned as its own game. Originally Silksong was basically just meant to be a DLC for Hollow Knight. The fact that it has developed into its own game that is already bigger as Hollow Knight. Right? Like, okay, let's rephrase that. That is, according to Team Cherry, has already been bigger than Hollow Knight like a couple of years ago. Does kind of tell us, okay, we are talking about a huge game here. And I'm looking forward to seeing that huge game one day. But I do get why it takes them so long to develop it. I mean, and they even hired a lot more staff. Because let's be honest, the original Hollow Knight here was basically made by 2 people on a hamstring budget. So Team Jerry now actually having a team to work with probably changed things up a lot as well. So can I go through here? Aha! Yeah, I never had one shared hobby and I had two big ones. And I always have to fight to get time of those, it's just annoying. So they want to sell a blown up DLC as a full game. I see someone is trying to tear Silksong down. Just you wait, just you wait. Team Cherry is one of the few studios where I have blind faith. Like, they could put this thing up for pre-orders and I would just pre-order it, even not knowing when it's ever gonna come out. There's very few game studios where I have the same level of blind faith as I have for Team Cherry. Team Cherry is not the only one. Like, there's a handful of them. All of them are indie game studios. Like, I would not trust any single big publisher farther than I can throw them. But with indie games, there's a couple of them. Like, for example, Supergiant Game is another one. Like, for those of you who don't know, Supergiant Games made Hades, they made Bastion, they made Pyre, and they made Transistor. That's, I think, all the games they are really known for. I don't know if they made anything other than that. All of those games were of such high quality that I have no reason to doubt that whatever they are going to release next is also going to be great. Therefore, if they put something up for pre-order or early access, I would still get it. Same could be said about Clay Entertainment, the creators of games like, like Don't Starve, for example, or what are the other games? Griftlands, that's another big one that Clay made. Oh god, Jesus Christ, why can't I think of most of... Okay, give me a second, I'll have to look at Clay's library right now, because for God knows which reason I can't really remember anything in regards to Clay Entertainment right now. Oxygen not included, that's another one, that's another big one. Okay, you know, we're just going to go to the Don't Starve page real quick, and then we are going to go to Clay's page, and from there on out we will be able... Oh! Apparently they've published a game called Mind Over Magic. I didn't even know they were going into game publishing. But yeah, Don't Starve Together, Oxygen Not Included, Griftlands, Hot Lava, Mark of the Ninja. All of those are amazing games. So once again, no reason to not trust them for me. That's why I don't trust them. I hate the Transistor and Bastion. You hate the Transistor? That's a surprise. I thought Transistor was beautiful. Like, Bastion was the only one that I didn't play too much of. I started playing Bastion, but because Bastion was one of those games I got in a giant game bundle, I never really got around to ever finish it. Okay, where do I need to go? Oh, probably past you. But all of their other games I've actually played start to finish. Yuna! Thank you for the resubscription! Much appreciated. Enjoy the emotes. 2 months. Alright, so, Yuna, in your honor, we shall now kill the second best boss in the entire game. Well, I guess that's not entirely true. The thing is, it depends on how you view them, because without the Sisters of Battle fight, I would say that Mantis Lord is my second favorite fight in the entire game. Sisters of Battle turns the entire thing into my favorite fight. But the problem is, without Sisters of Battle, Nightmare King Grimm would actually be my favorite fight. But still, Mantis Lord is just an awesome fight. And to not fuck it up like I did on one of my other Steel Soul runs, I am actually not going to look at chat for a moment. Because this is one of the faster bosses. Oh, okay, that was kind of awkward there. Kind of an awkward little slip up on my end, but we're still okay, we're still good to go. No reason to panic, it's just a measly hit point. Who cares about one measly hit point? Health is just a resource, okay? 2 measly hit points. What are 2 measly hit points? Nothing in the grand scheme of things. Nothing whatsoever. Jesus Christ, I don't do any damage, do I? I shouldn't be that greedy when it comes to hitting them, because I don't have that much health overall. The dramatic using is playing, but this is just taking a while, so I'm like, ah! Okay, so there we go, first one down. Let's heal up real quick before the other two get in. There we go. There we go. And now onwards! To adventure! The good thing about phase 2 is I'm kind of forced to be less greedy. Therefore, I should, by proxy, play it safer by default. See? See? Playing so safe right now. So very safe. Jesus Christ, compared to Sisters of Battle, this is such a slow fight. I miss Sisters of Battle. Sisters of Battle is such a good fight. It is one of the few fights on Radiant that I actually just did for pure enjoyment, even after accomplishing it. Oh, I can't dodge through enemies yet. I kind of forgot about that in the moment. Oh, and I got stomped there a little. Got stomped there a little. Everything's alright still. There we go. Nice little hit. Nice little hit. Just a couple of nice little hits here and there. No reason to stress about this. No reason to... Oh god. I shouldn't be cheeky with my spells, shouldn't I? I should just stick to the good old hitting threads. And just move about. Slowly whittling the health pool down. Systematically, that's the way we do things around here. Papa, almost had me on that one. I'll give you that. You almost had me on that one. You know what, we're just using some spells. Some spells to do a little... Oh my god, I got so lucky there with when she dodged out of the way, because if I had dodged into her, I would have been the one who got hit. Oh! Oh god, you're doing a long throw. I didn't... Oh god, okay. Well, I did not see the long throw coming. Ah! Okay, that was an awkward end. Sorry that I dedicated this fight to you, Yuna. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Bastion was boring as fuck, emo. Hey, this is amazing. First month is first anniversary. Second month is second anniversary. Makes sense, I guess. I'm looking forward to your next subscription in a year. Look at the chat. Look! Look! Don't worry about it, Bellatrix. Even without looking at the chat, I fucked it up. You failed us. We shall never set trust in you again. Oh no! Oh no! Not with my missing trust. Okay, you know what, it is getting a little late and I wanted to wrap it up in roughly 20 more minutes, so I'm not going to start another one, but we are going to do a little something, in the actual God Home, because we can, because fighting that made me remember the Sisters of Battle fight. So, for the rest of the stream, we are just going to try some Radiant Sisters of Battle attempts. How about that? Nothing is more intense than a Radiant Sister of Battle. I mean, that's not entirely true. Like, a lot of things are more intense, but Radiant Sisters of Battle is just glorious to behold. Show us the new monster in Wild Hearts. That's a 20-minute thing. Probably, but if that's the case, I'm probably not going to do it in the end of this stream still. I don't know. I don't really want to switch games this late into the stream, if I'm completely honest with you. Like, I would probably consider doing it on tomorrow's stream, or maybe Friday's stream, to just add it on top of the fact, Sisters of Battle and Ascended. There we go. Oh, we can't even do them on Radiant yet. But I don't really want to switch over. Oh, you know what? Maybe we are going to switch over. I don't know. We could give it a try. Yeah, you know what? You are kind of right about that one. We could give it a try. So I'm just going to finish this attempt. And afterwards we are going to take a quick little look at the Alpha Zap Scourge and see what the guy is all about. Switch to Yuna's actress. Wait, what do you mean switch to Yuna's actress? This is such a cool moment the first time you actually see it in game, and don't expect it, because nothing prepares you for Dosa! And then all of them coming down to fuck you up, the entire crowd going silent, this one moment of confusion, anticipation and all. Ah, my... Oh, whoopa! Oh, shit! Ouch, that one hurt. That one hurt. This is such a high octane fight. I love it. It's definitely not the hardest fight in the game, but it's just such a beautiful little dance. Hey, one is down. Oh, God. Okay, and I'm almost down. So, can I actually bring you down, or will you be the end of me first? Only one way to find out. It's always hard to predict how much health they exactly have left, because they are all identical, visually speaking. And no, that's not a Mantis thing to say. They literally are the same model. That was so greedy of me. That was so not worth going for that one little dainty hit of damage. But yes, I did it. Wouldn't be my playstyle if I wasn't greedy, would it? There we go. A little bit of a dodge there. It feels so much slower the second one of them goes down. Okay, down to the last one. I'm down to 1 hit point. You are down to 1 sister. Seems like a fair fight now. Hey! And I can still do it. Dosa. Ah, switch to Yuna actress, the actress that retired. Comment on her best roles and scenes. I'm pretty sure I would not be allowed to do this on this platform. I forgot, but you played Dead by Daylight. No, not really. Like, I did play it in the past, but I never played it on stream, and I don't really like playing it anymore these days. Because the thing is, it's kind of funny when you play as the monster, but playing as the survivors is kind of boring in my opinion. Alright, let's switch this one over. Let's switch this one over to a little bit of Wild Heart towards the very end, shall we? Wild Hearts, there we go. Let's celebrate. There we go. I'm just going to shorten the title and call it a day. I forgot to put, probably someone else. I want to share the news. They really put Nicolas Cage in there. Wait, what? Okay, if that's the thing that actually happened, I need to see a trailer. Give me a moment. Nicolas Cage, Dead by Daylight. Hang on. What the fuck? Okay, give me a second. We need to watch this together. We need to watch this together, everyone. Full screen it. Go over to full screen desktop. There we go. Let's figure it out together, Bellatrix, because I don't know about this one either.
More powerful than imagination. It can shape the fabric of reality, transforming everything you may think you know.
That's literally just Nicolas Cage. Yeah. They are really even announcing it as Nicolas Cage, suggesting that this is not any kind of role he plays, that is literally just the actor Nicolas Cage. Not Dracula, but just literally Nicolas Cage. This is so fucking weird. Now it's a real horror game. Apparently it is, Okay, so let's start up some Wild Hearts. Let's start up some Wild Heart at the very end of this to look at the new Zap Scourge. Fucking hell, why? Why Nicolas Cage? Like, just give it the name of the monster he seems to be playing there, Dracula or something like that. But why are they advertising it as Nicolas Cage? Okay, give me a second. I need to log in again. I haven't used my EA account in so long that the thing seems to have locked me out in the meantime. Oh my god. What was my login information? Okay, confirm your email. I think we just got some confirmation email. Oh, maybe we didn't. Maybe, yeah, it's just starting up, so I don't know what the confirmation email was all about. Okay, we need to update Wild Hearts. Let's hope that doesn't take too long. Okay, it's only a small update. Oh, wait. Why is this a 14 gigabyte update? What the fuck? Why is this such a big update? No, wait, now it says it's 4 gigabyte. Okay, I have no idea what the hell is going on there. I think it's doing the update now. Yeah, new armors and weapons. Oh, okay, I was like, why? Why? There's just one new monster, isn't there? So let's have a little bit of a look at this and see what Wild Heart Alpha Zap Scourge is all about. I can't see a monster like the Zap Scourge become all that much more difficult. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the Zap Scourge, but the Zap Scourge is definitely not what I think of when I think of difficult. Then again, I guess the Rage Tail deeply volatile version was also far more challenging than the regular one. So I guess you can just turn everything into a challenge if you just turn the damage up to 11 and make that thing almost unkillable. It's not almost unkillable, but you gotta admit it's far more tanky. And 20 minutes time frame is always a little tough to deal with. Okay, so the update is almost done now. I hope my internet is not stuttering too much during the entire time. Okay, now it's applying the update. Jesus Christ, I hate the size of modern game files. And now it's verifying the update. Manually watching a game update only makes you realize how many steps there are. Apparently it has sneezing attacks. I mean, that kind of fits with what it is. Now it says wrapping it up, so I guess we are almost able to start it. Almost. Almost being the key word. Come on now, I just wanna play. There we go, now we can play. Launching the game, there we go. Yeah, I do not care about what you do, EA app. In fact, I would wish that you just don't exist, but sadly enough, EA insists on shoving you into things. So here we both are. There we go. Switch over to Wild Hearts. You should get a feed on screen in a moment. There we go. Jesus Christ, that's bright. It is so bright that it actually hurts my eyes a little.
EA original.
So let's see if this guy is going to be the same pushover that the Raven was. I mean, I am definitely far rustier than I was with the Raven. But who knows, who knows. I mean, I haven't played too much Monster Hunter in the meantime. So maybe that means that my hunting skills have not been mangled up again. I'm still unsure if I want to try to really get back into Monster Hunter Rise / Sunbreak. Like, I just don't have as much fun with Rise and Sunbreak. Hey, prepare to lock horns with Alpha Kimono. There have been frightening settings, yada yada. Okay, so I guess that's what they do now. Wait. Oh my god, I actually clicked on the fucking purchase here thing. God, fuck you. I hate you so much that they keep trying to shove this shitty Karakuri upgrade into your face consistently. Every second time you start up the game. That's such a fucking shit move. So, Alpha Kimono. It's not even pretty. It really isn't. So, main map. On special trial quests, you'll be required to take on Kimono while in possession of certain specified weapons. Yada yada. Okay. Onyx Shard. That's not what I'm looking for. Cobalt Lava Pack. Okay, you're probably going to be in the side story chapter, aren't you? There you go. Okay, 60 minutes. 60 minutes and 3 feints. Okay, that does seem very lenient. Okay, so we didn't find a group that was doing it, which does not bode well for starters, but maybe that's just for starters. Maybe the second we are in there, we can actually find some friend to play with. I mean, if they are actually just making stronger versions that are not quite the same as Deeply Volatile, with their 20-minute time frame and all, then I would actually be interested in that. Like, one of my main problems with the Deeply Volatile ones are that they are just not all that fun for me and offer barely any worthwhile reward. Nobody's playing anymore. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, that is something I am kind of worrying about. Also, I think I need to turn down the sound a little. You know what? Let's leave the sound the way it is right now, and maybe take a look at the levels later. If it's too loud already, if it's too loud mid-fight, just let me know. I deleted it already, not into 5 reskins as content. Absolutely fair. Absolutely fair. I mean, I do have more than enough save space, so I still keep it on my hard drive, but quite frankly, I have a lot of stuff on my hard drive. Oh my god. See, Shadow of War is screwing me up now, because in Shadow of War, the A button would be how I sprint. And generally speaking, I think RB is a far better button to sprint, but yeah. So let's figure out what this Sub-Scourge can do for us. Okay, so wait, this is dodging in this game, yeah. Oh, Mr. Fox is already down there apparently. Is that thing not aggressive? This thing might just be non-aggressive, weirdly enough. Huh. There we go. Alright, so let's go. Let's see what this Alpha Sub-Scourge is all about. Also, I should probably set up a celestial anchor right away. Because the last few hunts I always took so much damage because I just did not remind myself to set up the celestial anchor in time. It looks so not different at all. I mean, yeah, I don't think you can say anything about it other than it doesn't look different. But I don't think it was, I don't know what it is yet. Like, is this just the equivalent of a tempered monster, for example? Is this advertised new thing? I just don't know anything about this right now. Is it going to be the, is it going to be the equivalent of, how to best call it? Wait, what's it again? Of the risen monsters in Monster Hunter Rise, perhaps, where it's basically the same monster but has a rage mode where it gets a lot of new moves. Could be the case. Could be the case. Well, it does more damage. I mean, so far I haven't really seen that it does all that much more damage now, does it? Okay, and I want to know. This big Subscorch Spear, is that the regular Mighty Subscorch item? I do not remember, but there's one way to find out. But generally speaking, oh, okay, looks like you just died to the man. And no, I do not like the stun. Can you just, ow, where's the corpse? No, where's the corpse? Seriously, where's the corpse? Oh, wait, can I even get to that anymore? There we go, there's the rescue. You are quite high up, my man. Ow, did I still get you or am I? No, I think he's still dead. Yeah, he's still dead, god damn it. Can we even get to him anymore? Yeah, we can. There we go. Now you get up. Now you get up again. Oh, papa. What do you think you're doing? I do like how they changed how how celestial anchor works though. That they can now still do the sliding dodge and not always do the bullshit anchor dodge. Because that one was one of the main things that I hated about. Oh! Okay, I think that move was new. It wasn't all that interesting, but it was new. You can say what you want, but it was new. So, how healing vaporizer? Okay, he's starting to flash a little. Right now it's still a regular rage mode, though, I think. Oh, that one hurt, my dear boyo. Oh boy, oh boy. I mean, he's eating big damage right now. I'm still waiting for the big moment where the thing becomes far stronger than what it is right now. Hey, interrupted this little thing. Like, as of right now, most of its moves aren't that bad in regards to how much damage they do to me. Oh, okay, that's a new one. Hey, that's a new one. That's a funny one. Okay, I kind of like that move. It did a little, I don't know, Amber Sun. Yes, let's call it an Amber Sun. I think Amber Sun is probably going to be the best way for me to describe it. Is there even... Ouch, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that was a lot of damage, but quite frankly, I managed to heal a decent amount. Hey, and there goes your first one. Okay, this might actually just be a 20-minute deal after all. I don't think we've cut off the tail yet, so that is still something I'm gunning for right now. But I guess after all of the deeply volatile farming, it is very hard for a thing where we have several feints and a 60-minute time frame to sound tough. Then again, maybe this thing actually has so much health that the 60-minute time frame will be needed. It is very hard to say that. Did he die again? Wait, where is the man? God damn it, is that the same guy that died already once before? Yeah, I think it is. Is he then raging? Was it in a rage? I don't know. His face is a little different, but I think it's just a couple of bright lines. Oh. I still want to cut that tail. This is one of the few games that allows me to cut tails with a hammer. So that is what I'm gonna do. Cut the tail. I don't think... Oh, he's angry. I do wonder, is he even going to leave this zone? Or is it going to be... Okay, I think that answers the question. So he is actually leaving the zone, surprisingly enough. So it's not like a weaker version of a deeply volatile fight that isn't quite as tough, but kind of locks down a zone for the entirety of it. Nope, he basically just act like a regular monster so far, with just higher stats. I mean, if they're using this new alpha system to basically just up the monsters that aren't all that intimidating as mighty monsters, I could see this being fine in my opinion. Because as long as you're just upping regular monsters to endgame stats, especially the ones that don't really work that well with their current endgame stats, I don't really see a reason why not to. Like, sure, it's definitely not a very interesting update if this is all that there is to it. But I guess as a monster it's fine. It's not going to really get me back to the game, but it is fine. That's the best way I can put it right now. I do like that he has a couple of new moves though, so if they added a couple of new moves to every new monster, well every new monster, every one of the monsters that they upgrade like that, I'm actually fine with it. Oh no. Dang it. Right, Bluff, could you stop feeding into him? Like, I don't know how many levels of desperation your armor set has, but Jesus Christ. If you can't handle your desperation, don't equip it! I hate it. This is one of the things that annoys me with Wild Hearts, because like with Monster Hunter, everyone always exclusively goes for all of the damaging skills, being like, ah, but that is what the speedrunners use. And then they just die, because their desperation might give them 25 extra % of attack, but might also make them 25% more vulnerable. And I say that as someone that actually likes using desperation. But if I can't hack it with the desperation, then I'm not using it. It's not that difficult. Hey! Alright, I think the second horn has come off. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not actually angry at all about right bluff there. But still, it is kind of weird whenever it's like, okay, oh Jesus Christ, there was an audio crackle on my end. I hope you guys didn't get that one. What is it doing right there? Oh, this is the sun again. That's just the sun again. Hey, and you have brought yourself into a peculiar situation after all, haven't you? You decided to go over to a little bit of a trap, and now you're exhausted and wounded and vulnerable and weak. Whatever will we do with you? I mean, we are going to murder you, that should be obvious by this point. But whatever else are we going to do with you? We could still try to break the little thing on his back, but quite frankly, with my current weaponry, I do think it's better to just try to go for damage. I don't really have the right tools to equip it back, let's just put it like that. What is it even doing? Hey, and there's another one. Honestly, it's also sticking into the... Okay, no. I'll take it back. I was about to say that it does still take a lot of time to get out of those traps right now. But apparently that was just the last one. I think we've hit the limit. Oh, wow. I don't think that even took 20 minutes, Bellatrix. Like, even including the updating, that probably took less than 20 minutes. So... there you have it, that's the new Wild Hearts monster, the Alpha Sapscourge. I do still want to take a look at the armor though. Simply brings the enemy's health to 0 while keeping yours above 0. Yes, honestly, that is a very good general battle plan. Sure, you might need to adjust it a little here and there, and maybe add some details, but generally speaking, that is a very universally functional battle plan. You started about 10 minutes ago, I think. Oh man. To be fair, once again, even though I might not be as excited about him right now, but generally speaking, I do think it is a good idea to just get stronger versions of the earliest monsters. Because I do understand why a game needs early and mid-game monster, but at the end of the day, it is about how many monsters you can farm at the very end of the game. Why would I need to adjust it a little? You are right, the plan is already perfect. It's clearly foolproof. Ah yes, I was the fool for ever doubting it. My bad. Okay, so let's take a look real quick, because I do want to see if you can actually forge there some new armor there. Wait, oh yeah, that is it. That is the new armor. Golden Samurai helmet. Golden Samurai Uchika. Yeah, it's just a Golden Samurai set. Okay, does it have anything cool? Resurrection, human path, always appreciated. What the hell is Drop Saver? Cause a small amount of health to be recovered simply by acquiring healing water. That's so useless. Cause a small amount... Wait, why do you have two different versions of Drop Saver? Boost the power of drawn weapon attacks. Also kind of useless. Boost the rate at which healing water can be... Okay, all of those skills are useless. Speed Swallow reduces speed dropped experience... Wait, the speed drop experience while drinking healing water. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so basically this set is all about healing water, isn't it? And one star critical master, root health, boost the chance of unleashing critical hits. Okay, yeah, generally speaking, none of these skills are really a game changer in any way, shape or form. War Ready could be useful in Resurrection, so the boots might sometimes be applicable. And the general defense is okay, but overall I wouldn't say that the armor impresses me all that much. It's a nice looking armor and all, but yeah, that's about it. Generally speaking, I would like for them to add more of these alpha monsters, but I think they do kind of need to do a package deal where we get like 2 to 3 alpha monster with a new monster. It doesn't have to be a completely new monster like the Blossom Fox was, but as long as it's something like along the lines of the Grimstalker, I think most people would be fine with it. But that being said, I am going to wrap it up here, because it is getting quite late and I am dead tired thanks to the fact that I had a long day at work today already. But thank you all for joining me today. It was much appreciated, I'm very happy that we could have this little celebration together. It wasn't much, and to be honest, I knew I wouldn't be able to do much because it was on a work day, but still, I am glad you guys joined me. So, from me to you, honestly, thank you very much. And I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, have a nice rest of your evening. Bye!